I was taken by the moon, looking down on everything I never knew. I'm awakened by the truth that only for a moment I'm alive with you.
This is the Crane 3, the bigger brother of the Weebly Lab, and I'm already calling it the best all-in-one heavy lifter solution 3-axis gimbal.
If you never come around, how we ever gonna be? If you're always on the ground, then you're never gonna see what falling feels like. If you never come around, how we ever gonna be? If you're always on the ground, then you're never gonna see what falling feels like. Falling feels. Falling feels like. Falling feels.
Welcome back, I'm Mauro and this will be a full in-depth review of the Zhiyun Crane 3 using the Creator package.
Orbiting the universe to where you are.
We gathered a lot of footage with the Sony A7 III, Zeiss 16-35 f4, Samyang 35mm f1.4 and the GH5 with Metabone speed booster and Sigma 18-35 f1.8. This gimbal is really a heavy lifter and you can quit your gym subscription. You are wasting money. Well, if you want to continue your gym subscription, you have the Weebly Lab, and I made a full in-depth review, the link will be in the description. Let's have some test run shots. Well, let's get serious now, let's get straight to the Crane 3 and the Creator package unboxing. You will get the Crane 3 in a great designed soft foam case. The standard package includes the Crane 3 Lab, Crane 3 Lab tripod stand, quick release plate with lens holder, 3 180/650 lithium rechargeable batteries, battery charger with 2 power micro USB inputs to double your charging speed, quick start guide and manual, hard shell case with a lot of cables to control your camera, Sony, Canon, Panasonic and Nikon supported cables. You will also get a mini HDMI cable to mini HDMI cable, an HDMI micro cable to mini HDMI, and micro USB cable for charging your batteries. For the list of the supported cameras, lenses and control functions, there is a link in the description. In the creator package you will find the Transmount Servo Zoom Focus Controller Max with USB-C to USB-C cable, mounting rod, support bracket, locking screw and 2 lens mounting control wheels. The Transmount Servo Follow Focus Lite includes the same accessories just like the bigger brother, and it's designed mostly for focus pulls. The Transmount phone holder with crown gear for that Wi-Fi image transmission and control options via the ZY app. You can actually use it for any screen up to 6 inches, just like the small HD 5.5 inch and my OnePlus 6 phone. It can be mounted on the front part of the handle and in the lower part of the handle grip, so you can customize fully your shooting experience. The creator package includes also a great Transmount multifunctional camera belt with a quick release cotter plate for mounting it with a Zhiyun monopod. The creator package includes also a 2 Transmount quick release kit for a fast switching on your mounting options, like tripod switch to monopod or tripod switch to the small handle monopod. The last and great thing included in the creator package is the telescopic monopod with your locking buckle that will be really handy in all situations when you need that quick stand for your Crane 3 or when you want that creative jeep shots without actually having a jeep. Once you unbox the infinite accessories, you are ready to start with your Crane 3. On the horizontal handle grip you will find the battery compartment. Insert the 3 batteries and close the lid, latching it back. Before powering the gimbal, mount your desired camera by balancing it on the 3 axes. If you got the creator package, mount your follow focus and zoom motor with the gear ring on your lens to control your zoom and focus. The extension rods are mounted on the bottom front part of the quick release plate, and with the rods you can adjust the distance and height of your motors to fit your specific lens. In this show off I'm using the Zeiss 16-35 f4. Once you connected the USB-C cables from the motors to the camera control module, you can power the Crane 3 by long pressing the button above the focus control wheel. The Crane 3 is ready to be configured. Well, let's have a look on the control gimbal options. On the top handle you have the main control screen with all the related gimbal functions. Pressing down on the control wheel you can enter the control settings. Motor strength settings. Low for lightweight cameras. Medium for something like the Sony A7 III and Zeiss 16-35 with the follow focus and zoom motors mounted, and high for something like the Canon 1DX Mark II, Blackmagic cinema camera or even the Canon C200. The wheel control option like the sensitivity, putting an A-B point where the focus motor starts and ends the rotation, putting a priority on the handle or external follow focus wheel. There is also the option to reverse the joystick function. You can change the same rocker controls variables just like the focus wheel, sensitivity, A-B point and put it in reverse mode. If you encounter some problems, you can calibrate the gimbal manually. The Crane 3 comes already calibrated in the factory, so there should be no problems there. You can change the angle pitch and select the upgrade options for the light and max, focus and zoom motors. On the About option you can check your version of your Crane 3 firmware. Let's have a look on the control gimbal options. On the side we have the recenter button for recentering the gimbal, the POV mode selector where all the axes follow, the vertigo mode selector for doing that vertigo 360 infinite shot. The last top button is the follow standard mode. When connecting your dedicated camera with a control cable, you can actually control the ISO value, the shutter speed, the aperture, and push the middle joystick for the half press focus confirmation. There is also a record and stop recording button on the right side of the screen. On the front side of the gimbal there are 2 triggers, all lock mode that lock all the motors, and the pan follow trigger for that pan and follow movement. On the front side there is also an USB power charging port for your smartphone or any other device, so you can use it actually like a power bank. Under the main horizontal handle they place the control joystick for all the axes. I think that the joystick placement is excellent and just in the right place to avoid sudden joystick bumps and unwanted moves. Under the camera mounting plate there is an 8V power out for powering your external devices. Downloading the ZY app, you can actually connect your smartphone to your camera and control all the parameters on the Crane 3 via the app, and using a tracking function just like you would do using a smartphone gimbal. I had some problems connecting my OnePlus 6 for the live image transmission. I'm not sure why my OnePlus 6 won't connect to the live transmission system. It's not the first time that my OnePlus 6 have issues doing that, also for other gimbals and apps. I will come back to you with an update when I figure it out. I know that is a great feature, but for now I am not able to review it. Did I mention that the follow focus wheel ring shines in the dark? Let's get on some additional footage and how it handles my moves. The footage looks good without any weird jitters. Have in mind that my setup isn't at the high end of the weight limit. It holds up pretty much any stress that I put on it. The large motor distance from the center mounting plate allows you to mount really big setups on it without having to worry that your camera will hit any of your motors. The transitions from lower to high angles are fluent and seamless, without having actually to hold any button. The trans-mount quick release plates added in the creator package makes your switch tripod handle really easy, and you actually don't have to hassle with 1/4 screws anymore. Remember that you don't have to get the creator package if you are used to shoot in a simpler autofocus way just like me. You can mount your cam and you are pretty much ready to go. For a more professional use, be prepared to include in your time of shooting to build up the whole system. 2 follow focus motors, HDMI cables and control cables will need approximately 5 to 10 minutes of assembling and balancing to get them right. But this is not a great deal for a programmed shoot. For weddings I would actually try to stay only on one lens if you have rigged it up. For a faster run and gun lens switch setup I would not use all the time the focus and zoom motors. If you have a lighter system, you can check the Weebill Lab, the little brother of the Crane 3. That will hold really well your Sony A7 III with some lighter lenses like the Zeiss 55 or maybe also up to the 16-35 f4. Lately I used a lot of gimbals like the Ronin-s, Moza Air 2, Weebill Lab and now the Crane 3. And this design makes a really great difference if you want to mount a really heavy setup on it and use it with 2 hands. And just one thing more, the Crane 3 footprint isn't small and you will not be able to use it on your standard DSLR backpack. You will have to get one designed especially for it, or maybe just use the hard shell that came with it. There you go, the heavy lifter is here to stay, and we are going straight to the comments. We have AG Pistoles. Hi Mauro, great review of the Weebill. Wondering what of using an external monitor with the Weebill and Sony cameras. Going further, I like multitaskers. Would it be possible to use a Crystal Sky monitor with the Sony A7 III, getting more than just the drone footage from CS? Thanks, enjoying your channel. The Weebill Lab is designed to be light and simple, but yes, you can mount your Crystal Sky 5.5-inch monitor and use it like an external screen. But I am not sure if it has the false color thing, aspect ratio and all the other stuff that external monitor have. Well, it's your thing and, well, go for it. We have Matt Video. Fantastico lavoro, ma per caso hai video anche in italiano? Mi spiace, per adesso faccio solo video in inglese. We have TechHev166. Is this saying Filmic Pro for the OnePlus 6 worth it? Well, yes, for sure. If I want to get the most out of my filming experience with my smartphone, I will always use Filmic Pro, and I don't have any issues with my OnePlus 6. We have Stairway to Video Editing for Beginners. Mauro, you made me laugh out loud when you read the person's comments about learning to speak better English, and then slapped your hand against your face. Haha, funny stuff. Thanks for making great contents, I always look forward to your videos. Adding a little humor to every video helps to lower the serious review note. We have DEG 5 decks. Madon. Instagram feature Magda. She is a great talented model. Thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe with the bearing icon to get notified every time I make a new video, and see you on my next one.